I saw Halloween Kills first and Halloween Ends. This is the first time I'm watching this movie. It's it's alright. Cameron cheats on Vicky and he's killed in the sequel, but obviously I didn't know about the cheating thing till now. So that was an odd thing to find out, kinda, even though I didn't really remember too much about Cameron. I don't remember if she stays with him or not, but I hope she didn't. Because I don't like cheaters. But, I also do like a lot of fucking shit where they try and scare you and it just fails miserably. Where, someone will be talking and then I'll cut to a scene of someone shooting a gun. It's just like such an odd transition. And they do shit like that throughout the entire movie. I'm just not a big fan of quite a bit of this movie. It's not terrible, but there's not a lot of things I don't like. They also fucking, for some reason, set up characters that get killed in the sequel. Like, just in the smallest portions. There's a black couple in the sequel, a nurse and a doctor, and, they're here for like half a second. You see them leaving in like those exact same outfits. So, I don't remember how it works time-wise, but did they wear those exact same outfits the next Halloween? Or is Halloween Kills like the day after and they wore the outfit like twice for 2 days of trick-or-treating or whatever they were doing in Halloween Kills? I don't remember. They were going to a party or something? I don't remember. And then also the one lady is here. Of course, they do add her husband in the sequel, but there's the one black lady is at the graveyard, and they see Judith. Judith's grave with the two douchebag podcasters that are in way too much of this movie. I get they're kind of important to the plot because they have Michael Myers' mask for whatever reason. They give a half-ass bullshit reason that I could care less about. But yeah, she's in the sequel with her husband and she supposedly gets killed. But then in Halloween Ends, they're like, she's not dead. She's not. And then that's it. She shows up kind of like, they try and like guilt trip Lori or some shit. And then she's gone. She really doesn't matter to the movie at all. So she kind of survives for no reason since the series ended now. So, I mean, at least she got to live. I don't know. But yeah, she shows up for like half a second, has maybe 2 lines. So she's somewhat more important than the other ones. But there really isn't too much to talk about for this movie. They do this one thing that kind of bugged me. Because, obviously they want Michael Myers to remain faceless. So, when we do somewhat see his face, it's somewhat blurry. And they never give us a full, long shot on him. For obvious reasons. Well, we do see it, obviously, later in Halloween Ends. But it was just kind of annoying. Just leave the mask on if you don't want to show his damn face. There's also things where it doesn't make sense logically, so they won't show you it. Like there's a scene where Michael kills, I think his name was Strawman. I don't fucking know. And the horn honks for good 3, 4, 5 seconds, not too long. But there are cops, like, not too far away. They're maybe a few feet away, 10 feet away, really. And they don't hear that, and then he drags his body, like, outside the car, leaves the door open, and they don't see him get out. And they obviously intentionally don't let you see this bullshit. Like when they start driving up, it's like a weird camera angle. So you obviously can't tell how stupid it was that they framed it like that. It's so weird. They also have a nice guy in this movie, which I did not expect in a Halloween movie. Where he's kind of like, oh, you deserve to be treated better. And then he tries to kiss her, and then he has this little sob story before he gets killed. It's very odd. I do like the actor. He did have a good performance before the whole nice guy thing. But I'm not saying he deserved to be killed for that, but it's still, you know, because he's a fictional character, it doesn't actually really help to like him or to want to root for him. Oh, his death is very odd. They do the typical horror movie thing, but it doesn't work here. Because, you know, in horror movies, you'll see a character constantly scaring another character. So, later in the movie, when that character is actually getting killed, they think they're fucking around and they don't go to check on them until it's too late. Well, he's never done that in this movie. He was a bit of a nice guy. He fucked around, flirted with his friend Cameron as a joke, and he wasn't a big character in the movie. He just didn't seem like the type of dude to try and scare someone for no reason. But for some reason, she doesn't come to help him until he's already fucking dead. It was very strange. It just did not fit. You can't just throw a horror cliche in there because it's a horror cliche. It's got to fit the narrative. It's got to fit how it usually plays out. You can't just have a character act a way because you want them to act that way. Unless you've already established that character, you know, having a reason to act that way. At least, even if it's a very small one. What else? There really isn't too much about this movie. There's some really cool kills. My favorite one was definitely the one where he stabs the girl in the back of the neck. A random girl with a butcher knife. It just comes out of nowhere, and it's awesome. They also have like a ton of off-screen kills, but they do show like a lot of them, like the aftermath, and they look mostly good. I was not a fan of Dave, I think his name was. His death, though, it kind of led up like we're at least gonna somewhat get a fight, but he just gets fucking killed. And he also kind of sounds like Cole or, you know, Dylan Sprouse, whichever of the two. And he kind of looks like the Sprouse twins, too. But, yeah, Julian, I think was his name. He tells him, hey, your girlfriend's getting attacked. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Don't go upstairs, you're gonna die. And he's kind of freaking out. He's trying to debate whether or not he's to go to save his girlfriend. And then you get like a big camera pan to his face, like, you know, we're about to have something go down. Obviously, Michael would win, but it seems like something's about to go down. And then he goes, fuck it. And then the next time we see him is like a whole 6 minutes later, and he's just pinned to a wall dead with a knife in his back. Or his neck, really. It's kind of odd. Don't know why they set it up like that if they weren't going to follow through. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. It was entertaining at times. At times it was kind of silly. Like, there's a scene that pays homage to, I think, the second one, where he goes to the kitchen to get a knife and he kind of leaves and that's it because he needs his knife. Well, in this one, he goes and beats the shit out of a girl with a hammer off screen for like no fucking reason. I know he's a serial killer, so he doesn't have to have a reason, but I don't know. It just came off as goofy to me. Then he goes and grabs a knife and obviously he goes and kills that one girl with a knife to the back of her neck. That was my favorite kill in the movie. It was simple, but man, it came out of nowhere, and it was kind of brutal. It's not the most brutal kill I've ever seen. In fact, Get Out, which I just watched yesterday before I saw this movie, had a few more brutal kills, though they had a lot of off-screen ones too. Yeah, I think that is really about it.